Hey, I wanted to come to you quickly and just talk to these scaredy cat parts that I spoke a little bit about yesterday on my Facebook Live about using fear as fuel. Because when you start to access those scaredy cat parts of you, you're going to get more in touch with your body. And as time goes on, you're going to feel empowered. You're going to come back to love. And excuse me, but I want you to take all these fear-based thoughts and bring awareness to those thoughts, because with awareness you're going to start realizing you're not the thought, you're the one that thinks. And when you realize that you're not the thought anymore, it's going to start to leave. And sometimes that can be really quite sad. You're going to grieve a little bit, because if you've lived your entire life as that thought, you're going to let go of an identity, and it's going to feel like a loss. And there's a lot of money to be made in that business of, oh, don't be sad, it's bad to be sad, it's not a good thing. But if you feel sad, I want you to feel it. I'm not talking about depression, I'm talking about feeling sad. And this is kind of like this totally unstable iceberg where we keep protecting ourselves, and we say we've got to fix ourselves, and this is me with chaos, and this is me with anxiety. And I say the stuff I say because I want you to get aware. I want you to tap in to look into this big iceberg that's underneath the water and step onto land, because it's more secure. The only place you're ever going to get secure is here. Okay, your bank account's not going to make you secure. It could go away tomorrow. It happened to people in Zimbabwe. If you're looking at getting secure in your relationship, how well is that working for you? Relationships are not secure. They take work. When you get married, now I'm secure? I don't think so. People get divorced all the time because they're not working on their relationships. And that's not where you're going to find safety and security. And yes, we all want predictability, and yes, we want to feel connected, and yet we're running and we're chasing and we're trying to fix the tip of the iceberg instead of getting underneath to the root cause of why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. And you're trying to run away from fear, when what you actually want to do is love the part that is afraid. It drives me crazy when people keep thinking they have to work at stuff that's ready to leave. So there's this you that's been moving from your mind, not from your heart. And it's from this iceberg that you're saying, I don't know what to do, and what do we do? And I just say what I say because I want you to get security in loving yourself. But you're so used to being in an insecure state, you're so used to living in fear, that you're actually addicted to the limited person. And I want you to know you don't have any limitations at all, right? You're just addicted to feeling limited, feeling like you're imprisoned by your own mind. And if you start moving off that place and the island starts to float away, here's what the crying and the sadness is. It's not you. Once you're sad, it's already gone. You're already feeling the sadness. The crying is you that's still reaching for that old familiar place, right? That iceberg saying, well, at least I knew what it was, and I got love from my parents when I complained, or when I yelled, or I had a temper tantrum, or when I wasn't true to myself. I got loved. I was wired this way. And so I'm saying goodbye to this, and then you finally cry. And on the other end of crying is total freedom. Right? There's that relief after you've had a big ugly cry. It's kind of like the leaking. All your childhood fear, all that pain comes out. And yes, it's deep and it's scary, but it's actually more true to what you are, because it is so freeing at the same time. So when you speak from the wise woman that knows that she's free, and I don't want to just say about, talk about universe all day and be vague. I want to prove to you that your story of illusion is a lie, and you are unlimited love, and in that space you are full of creativity, and it's a win-win-win for you and the world. And it's going to create intense places of peace and love and connection. And that you don't have to keep looking for this outside of you anymore, because it comes from here. It comes from your heart. And it comes from you loving you first, so that other people can love you. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. Hi, Kyle. let me know if this is resonating with you. Like I said, this is just a rant, because I'm just so tired of people that are so caught up in the fear and the lack and the scarcity and this whole thing that there isn't sufficiency and there's not enough to go around. And I want it to stop, and it can only stop when you start to know that you are an ever regenerating energy source, a frequency of magnitude. You are a freak of nature. There is only one of you, and there is nobody like you on the planet. And you know, it's like, if you don't like what you're hearing, go away. If you know, I got a message from somebody today saying, oh, they deleted my post because it's her group and it's not for me, and I wasn't promoting and I wasn't selling. I was just showing up, reaching out to tell people there's hope. You can come back from trauma. You can come back to loving yourself. And I was like, wow, what the hell just happened here? You know, the more people that are out there that are speaking about their experiences, that are telling their stories, that are love the scaredy cat parts. Thanks, Roxanne. You know, the more of us that are doing our work and are showing up authentic and in integrity and in our hearts, not in our heads, the sooner that we can return to a world that is sustainable, where we're kind to the planet, where we're kind to other people, where we're kind to other animals and nature herself, and stop thinking that we never have enough. You know, I don't know about you, but I'd really like that to start to change. Yeah, you have to allow yourself to have those experiences so that you have lack of codependency, and as you get more and more connected to yourself, and you start to realize you don't need something outside of you, and you're going to start feeling good. And when you do that, you're going to start aligning with other people that are in that same resonance, that frequency, in that connection that, to themselves as being enough. I mean, can you imagine? Whatever you want in relationship is what you need to become, and you can only accept the level of love outside of you at the level that you accept it within yourself. So if you're not loving yourself, and you don't love the scared parts of you, your child parts, and you're not spending time meditating and pushing pause and connecting to that, and somebody doesn't love you, it's horrifying, because it's bigger than you will let yourself have when somebody tries to love you. So you'll sabotage it, and you'll go to people that are going to match your fear-based place, and then you become a people pleaser, and you become needy, and then you only attract takers and needy people, right? Because when you are living from this big beautiful place, and somebody comes up to you and they're people pleasing, you can feel it, you can see it, you know, when people are like, you know, and it's so fake, it's so insincere, because they're saying to you that I'm less than you and I'm not worthy, and then they put you in a place that puts you in a superior place, and I'm not superior. Neither are you. We're all equal in the loving parts. And it never works if you're not in your heart. So opening your heart is the most generous act of kindness that you can do. And when you open your heart, you will be divinely protected. Because when you're a fear-based person, when you're living from fear, your heart closes. Nobody can reach you. You can't even touch yourself. And if your heart is closed, you're only going to attract other people that have closed hearts, and they're cutting off their connection to life and to love and to receiving and to giving more generously, and you cut that off. So you live in fear, and you're in lack, and you're in scarcity, and you become a people pleaser, and you become codependent, and you attract the narcissist. So, you know, these addictions, especially the codependent and the narcissist, the frequency resonance is such a great match to staying addicted. And that's where some of these big addictions, these relationships that are so intense and so exciting, they're just matching the opposite sex parent that perhaps you were trying to get love from. So you feel as the child that felt everything. But when you start connecting with yourself more, you're going to start loving every fear-based thing and allowing yourself to feel it. That's why I meditate every morning. I write in my morning pages. And that is part of my practice, right? You have to make time to do it. Because if you don't, something is going to be out of alignment. So, you know, if I start waking up with that monkey mind and that scaredy cat parts running my life that I have to do, I never connect, right? And when I do, I actually start to realize that the things that were worrying me, or the things that I was actually afraid of, when I speak to the part that is afraid, then I don't have to feel like I need to do anything, and the need to please goes away, and this need of not being enough, or the anxiety around, oh my gosh, I need to speak to that person. I don't need to speak to them anymore. And I want that from you, so that you can start attracting what you want rather than what you don't want into your life. You've got to be in the present moment so that you know what you want to do rather than the things that you think you have to do. And then the anxiety goes away and the sadness goes away. And then you create an alignment where bigger things, more amazing career-based things, really awesome experiments come into your life. And this is where you have to get really deep down. Because when you're in a horrible situation, I don't know if you've noticed, but people say, oh, you know what, deep down I know that everything's going to work out, everything's going to be okay. When you're totally broke or you're going through a breakup, you kind of go, you know what, deep down I know. And we make deep down this place that we look into when we're in total chaos, when we're spinning out. And we remind ourselves that it's there if we need it, but we don't live it. We don't listen to our body. So what if you could make that deep down place of fertile listening with your body, with your heart, with your soul, so that those things that are chaotic don't affect you, right? You are not having to respond to that because you're in this place where you are your anchor to loving whatever arises, including the fear. And then you can move into your heart and move into only what feels light and let go of everything that is heavy. You have that internal compass within you that says move towards the light. Let go of what feels heavy, and then your brain has been programmed to be wired to the absolute opposite. I mean, haven't you got some of those friends that you've been friends with for years, and maybe you don't speak to each other for years, but when you pick up the phone, it's like yesterday, because there's that resonance that just feels so good. And then you've got those other people, and I don't know, I can think of a couple of family members that if I don't phone them every single day, I'm in big trouble, and they're really pissed off and mad. And who do we call? You call the ones that are going to be pissed off and that are giving you crap. You call the ones that are the control freaks and are telling you that you're in trouble because you're not being what they decided that you should be, and you end up staying in your head, staying in that world of heavy, and getting rid of all the things that actually lift you up and fill you with love. And the things that contain the light are the places that show up in the most incredible ways that you can't see if you are coming from this place of always going towards the heavy. So we have to look at the blind spots. We have to get into the shadows, and we have to let go of this ego-driven external construct that it's all out there rather than deep down within you. And that's really what I wanted to share today. So let me know if this was helpful. Let me know what your thoughts are and what you do when you need to get your big girl panties on, when the scaredy cats are running your life, and allow yourself to love the fear into a place that it fuels you towards the light, right? And if you don't know the heavy light tool, go across to my YouTube channel, Sarah Jane Farrell. I have a great little video there that shows you how to use your body as your compass to tap into your yes and no, and to start trusting that innate wisdom, that beautiful soul that's in you that wants you to use your voice and spread your message and be you. And be the joy, tap into the love that lives there deep down inside you, because it never left you. You're the one that went away in your head. You're the one that left your body to be abused. You're the one that watched as things unraveled because you felt that you were powerless to change it. So let me know your thoughts. Sending you lots of love. It's a beautiful, beautiful, fresh winter day in Johannesburg, and the sun is shining. I'm just feeling so lit up and receiving from nature. And I hope that you tap into your true nature, which is the heart. You came into this beautiful body being love, and you've just forgotten because you went out there rather than going deep down where you know. So tap into your inner wise woman, the one that knows that you are love in a body, and use this beautiful new moon energy to just slow down and tap into what it is that you want to create from the light. All right, we all know what we don't want. Now's a great opportunity to push pause, to slow down slow and steady, right? Catch the monkey. Um, Stop racing through life and living in your head, and just come back down to that beautiful inner peace that resides within your heart, within your soul, and let it speak to you. And celebrate your life, because you are precious. And remember, go gently, be kind to yourself, and know that you're loved, because you are. All right, people, have a beautiful day. And yeah, share this with anyone that you know might want to be looking out there rather than going deep down. And reach out and touch someone today. Tell them that you love them, and celebrate what a gift it is that we get to connect with the way that we do. And let's heal this separation sickness once and for all. Mwah. Love you guys.